So there's relationships in your life, and those sometimes are romantic. Those could be friendships, any kind of relationship. But there's moments that every once in a while you're like, yeah, it's time to sever ties with this person. This just isn't working for me anymore. And that moment where you have that clarity, that realization, we call that here in the Playhouse, and I knew it was over when moment. When did you know that whatever relationship, it was toast?
This is a friendship relationship, and it actually happened this week. One of my friends that I haven't talked to in a while got a hold of me, and I was saying how I wasn't feeling good. I was actually home. And then they were like, oh, well, do you have anything exciting going on this week?
Uh-oh.
And I don't know if they were like baiting me.
Oh, no.
And I don't know if they really didn't know, but obviously.
Birthdays are pretty special to
It's
you.
tomorrow.
You like them birthdays.
My birthday is tomorrow. And I was like, haha. And they said, what? I said, it's my birthday this week. And like they forgot. So clearly, we're not friends.
It's putting a lot of pressure on the guy that's going to be one of the first people to see you tomorrow morning, man.
Just make sure you say happy birthday.
That I can do.
That's all I need. Thank you.
Is Steven planning on showering you with gifts, do we know?
I'm not sure.
No?
So yesterday we received a text from my mother-in-law. She wants to make dinner for tomorrow, one of my favorite meals. And then I was talking to Steven and I said, did you know it was my birthday? And he said, obviously I knew. And I said, only because your mom texted? And he said, no, I knew your birthday was coming up. It's all you talk about on the morning show.
I mean, he's not wrong. It has come up.
And so since he knows, I assume there's something happening.
Okay. Well, I don't want to say I've been invited to a surprise birthday party because I haven't.
Stop, don't.
What was your I knew it was over when moment?
Oh, I knew it was over when he started introducing me as his roommate as a joke and then stopped sounding like he was joking.
Well, because, maybe once, twice, that's maybe like kind of funny. Like maybe even in a relationship that's early on, you have that weird moments where like, oh, this is my friend. And you kind of exchange like knowing looks where everyone knows like, oh, we're more than friends. Mm-hmm. But to go from girlfriend to roommate and then, he's literally just thinking of me that way, that's a problem.
Yeah, it didn't last much longer after that.
I mean, understandably so.
Why would someone refer to you as that?
It just almost seems like to make you angry.
But like to make you really feel like, yes, we're just roommates.
Like, are we in a relationship? What just happened here?
Someone said, I realized it was over when I realized I was having more fun running errands alone than spending Saturday together. And someone else said, I knew it was over when our anniversary came up and neither one of us remembered until the next day. Aww. And we saw something on Facebook.
That moment you knew your relationship was absolutely over. This could be a romantic one, a friendship, some other kind of relationship. 237, it's call, text, voice, memo, and I knew it was over when.
Someone said, I knew it was over when I spent an entire weekend away with my boyfriend, and when someone at work asked how the trip was, I couldn't think of one good story to tell because it was just a miserable time. And someone said, I knew my friendship was over when my best friend got engaged, and I found out from a Facebook post instead of a phone call. We used to call each other and tell each other everything first.
Yeah, when that relationship goes from like, oh, you're not going to believe what I had for lunch today, to like, wait, you had a baby? There's extremes.
But I think that one is almost normal.
The engagement one?
Yeah, where you're going to see people get engaged just on social media kind of first. Like they're so excited, especially if it happened just in that moment and they post it right away.
Gotta get this ring photo out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like you just might have seen it before she was going to call you unless the friendship was already on the rocks.
So you think maybe that one got thrown away prematurely a little bit?
Yeah, I think you took it too personally.
I knew it was over when?
I had a partner who I was obsessed with. We were together about, I'd say like 5 or 6 months. And then we were going to a friend's party in her backyard, which happened to be kind of like a beach setting. It's not as nice as it sounds, but it was fine. And there were no chairs. So he sat down and sat cross-legged. And there was something about the weird shape of his body in cross-legged, like a grown man sitting cross-legged. I don't know. He had a little belly, so the belly with the cross-legged, it was too much. And it was over for me that night. I actually left without him and then later sent my friend a text that I had gotten sick.
So, homeboy sat crisscross applesauce and you left him? I feel like that was rude.
Because he looked weird sitting crisscross applesauce.
I mean, don't we all look the same sitting that way?
Yeah, did he just look like a child or what? I don't understand.
Am I imagining, or what was he? Was he on the ground or on the floor?
On the
weird chair.
ground.
He was on the ground sitting that way. Where else was he supposed to sit? Were there no chairs? You
And
said?
how would you have preferred he sat on the ground? Legs out?
That's honestly just randomly sitting on the ground. Crisscross applesauce is the premier way to be sitting. There's no more comfortable way to sit. That's the way. You
And
would
where
sit.
was he supposed to sit? You said there were no chairs. What did you want him to do?
He's probably better off if that's all it took to get you leaving. But I actually think that was probably more judgy than the engagement one.
Agree. I think give him a break, man. There were no chairs.
I'm sick crisscross applesauce right now, just out of support.
Someone said I knew our friendship was over when she started introducing me to her new friends as my old roommate instead of my best friend. I know it sounds small, but I felt like I had already been moved into her past.
And when you know it was over,
Oh, I knew it was over when he started saying your family instead of our family when talking about holiday plans.
oh, that is sad. It's kind of one of
Yeah.
those little early signs where you're like, okay, something's wrong here.
Yeah, it was always your family's coming or your family likes that. It wasn't ours.
Now time to go clean your toilet, buddy.
You're right.
That moment you knew that relationship was, it was so over.
Someone said I knew it was over when I got dressed up for a date night and he asked if I was going to a job interview. He genuinely forgot we had plans that he had made the week before.
That's sad. That is sad.
That's so sad. But then it would also be like, this is what I was wearing to go out with you. You think I'm going to a job interview?
You're going to do a little job interview? Is that what you're going to? Is there a funeral today,
Yeah,
baby?
what? It's 7:00 at night, sir. What do you think I'm doing?
Why so dressed up? Clearly to spend time with you.
Someone said, I knew it was over when I wasn't nervous about the breakup conversation. I was actually excited to finally stop pretending everything was okay.
What was that moment you knew? Oh, it's over.
I knew it was over when I asked my boyfriend if I could come and stay the night. And then I was there, and he asked if I'd be okay with sleeping in the guest room just to see how it felt.
Did you?
And yes,
And it didn't feel good, it would seem.
no,
Yeah.
no, it did not feel good. It was very awkward, and it felt awkward. And then the worst part is that he comes out in the morning being like, "Oh, I slept great," and I'm like, "This isn't working."
Oh, sure. Well, it's probably a sign you guys aren't on the same page.
I think if he would have worded that different, like, hey, I'm not sleeping good when we're sharing a bed. Do you think we could try to sleep in separate? Like, if he would have handled it better, I think that could have gone over better.
Because a lot of people do I don't know if you want to call it sleep divorce thing, but there's plenty of people that seem to sleep better just alone.
Yeah, without someone else moving around in bed with them.
And that's not necessarily anything about your relationship. That's just they want a good night's sleep.
If they're messing things up at work, they're not sleeping. You can't blame them. But how he said it, I think let's just try it. That's so weird.
That moment you knew, oh, it's over.
He deleted my music playlist because he was updating the computer and didn't think it was a big deal.
I mean, that's some serious business right there. You can't do that to somebody.
Right? Right. And he was a network analyst, a computer guy, and thought, I'm just fixing this. I'm just updating this. It's like, no, you just ruined my life.
That was my perfectly curated workout regimen music.
I had 6 days worth of music
Oh,
on my playlist.
wow.
I mean, I had some, and I'm serious into music. I love it. So I had cultivated a serious playlist, and it was very damaging. And he didn't even think it was a big deal. And that was when I was like, you know what? This is not working.
How am I supposed to ever recreate Party Bangers 2019? How dare you?
Did she say 6 days?
Yeah, that's quite the playlist.
You had 6 days of music? What?
There you go. I don't know. She takes it very seriously. I'm confused by yours a bit, too.
Same. Someone said I knew it was over when my childhood best friend came back to town for a few days, never even told me. I only saw pictures afterwards of her with everyone else. And someone said, I knew it was over when she said, you always make everything about you. On the day, I was talking about my mom being in the hospital.
Mm.
Is it about him or maybe about his sick mom? Hello.